Now, I spoke a little about these. I have actually some information for you on where you can find a lot of this information, a lot of this stuff for free, actually. For advertising, you can actually get free classified ads at ktar.com. And that's great. I mean, who doesn't want free advertising? Although companies spend lots of money on advertising, why not get it for free? 250 free business cards from vistaprint.com with $5 shipping and handling. I think you guys can handle that. Business cards are really important. I didn't include one on this just because I didn't have a sample one or any cardstock to print one on. But, I mean, it's real simple. Your phone number, your address, your name, and it gets the word out. Direct marketing. Mailing list, emailing list, you can do this. It's a little bit harder to do though, like I said before. What you would do is, you could actually have a pre-made mailing list, and every time you go on a job, when you're towards the end, let's say if you're evacuating or something like that at the end of an installation, you can just have them fill out a mailing list, just their email address or even just their regular address. And this can just help you to send out a mass email. Have you said anything to our friends? Do you remember your promotion from Dr. Fridge Mechanical? And this really gets the word out to your consumers. Personal selling, and again, that was the welcoming packet that I did for doing estimates. I'm going to pass that around actually now so that way you guys can take a look at it. And if you just look in there, there are some flyers and advertisements and some literature just on, I put it together just to show customers, this is what we're about, this is what we do, and this is what we use. Okay, now how do you become known? This is the trick of the trade, and there is no trick to it. I mean, you can use word of mouth, which we call buzz, and it's actually one of the most important things that you can have. The more people are talking about you, and the better and more positive the message actually is. That's great, and it gets around quickly. Trucks with logos and contact information on them. That's something that all contractors do now, and you should do it. There's no reason why. I mean, when you're driving down and you see a big logo of whatever your company name is and a big phone number, I mean, it just attracts your attention, and you write it down. If you need HVAC help, you know who to call now. But the best thing really to do is to figure out how your target customers find their HVAC contractors. And the only way to really do this is to ask them, when you're done with the job, ask them, how did you find out about me? When they call you up to do an estimate, how did you find out about me? I mean, they do this in almost every industry, yet HVAC contractors don't realize that they're not asking these people this question, and it makes them unaware of how they can actually get to their customers, their target ones. So, now, how do I make my marketing plan? And I devised a couple of questions that you can ask yourself, and I mean, there are 20-something slides on here filled with information, and there's so much more to marketing than just this. But I mean, I came up with a couple of questions for you, because your time is important, and you don't have much of it. So here are some key questions that you can ask yourself. What do I offer? How do I offer it? Who are the customers that want what I offer? How do they choose their HVAC contractors? What do they look for in an HVAC contractor? Find this out by asking your customers. Have them fill out a rating or a survey or something like that while you're ending while you're evacuating or anything towards the end of your repair. Then, once we find out all this information, we can just promote accordingly. I mean, it's just a matter of finding out and doing. Finding, planning, and doing. So, when do I make this, and how often should I revise my plan? I mean, with just those little questions I asked there, you can answer those in 10 minutes before, during, or after dinner. This is something that's going to make you money. This is your business. This is your life. This is how you put food on the table. You can't take 10 minutes out of your day to figure out who you're going to sell stuff to. Set goals for your marketing efforts. Without goals, you don't know if your marketing is actually even working. The best way to do this is to set measurable, somewhat attainable goals that are time-bound. And the way to go about doing this, let's say I hope to have 20 customers respond to my flyer in a month. So that way when you ask customers, how did you find out about me? They say about their advertising. You can mark it down in a book of yours and you can say, I had so many customers find out about me through my flyers or through the phone book or this way or that. And that gives you an idea of who your target market is and how they're finding out about you. And then what you're going to do is you're going to measure it and you're going to correct if needed. So if your plan isn't working, then just take the time to re-answer those questions in about 10 minutes out of your day and then just plan and do. Now, when else should you consider changing your plan? You might want to change your plan based on new technology, on new economic conditions, on new legal concerns, the new SEER that's coming out. I mean, they have new technology, everything that's coming out every day. Green equipment that they're definitely going to go with in the HVAC industry, like I think at least. They're going to go with that in everything, in the automobile industry. So we have to consider things like this and change our marketing plan appropriately. And that concludes my presentation. If anybody has any questions or concerns.